The signal pulsed across the void of space, complex, ancient, and encoded in layers of mathematics that predated language itself. It wasn't an invitation. It was a challenge, a test, a declaration from a species so old, so dominant, that they had long stopped addressing lesser beings directly. The Zarathi didn't expect a reply. They were the architects of extinction. Civilizations across 5 arms of the galaxy had crumbled upon receiving the signal, either unable to comprehend it or wise enough to remain silent. For thousands of years, the Zarathi used the signal as bait, and only silence kept species safe. Silence was understood as wisdom. Silence meant survival. But then Earth answered. From a quiet blue world on the fringe of an unremarkable spiral arm, humanity replied. And they did it boldly. No encryption, no hesitation, no groveling for peace. Just a simple, clear message. We hear you, and we're coming. The message was transmitted through every major frequency, backed with star charts and propulsion telemetry. It wasn't a plea. It was a route. On Zarathi Prime, the Overmind's 12 cerebral nodes pulsed with agitation. The humans had not only deciphered the message, they had answered it in record time. 3 solar rotations. Unheard of. General KT Zar, commander of the Zarathi Vanguard fleet, hissed through his mandibles. Primitive species with engines running on volatile combustion just decades ago. How? The answer came weeks later, in the form of the ISS Valor, a human dreadnought that bent space as it tore through sublight systems and exited slipspace just beyond the scorched rim. A graveyard of empires. It was colossal. Unlike the sleek bioships of the Zarathi, the Valor was angular, armored, and bristling with cannons that glowed with quantum fusion energy. Its hull bore scars, as if it had been through wars no one remembered. But it wasn't alone. From the void emerged a fleet. 20 ships, each built not for intimidation, but for war. They moved in perfect formation, as if bound by instinct. Every ship was piloted by humans who had grown up in a solar system where war was no longer theory, it was discipline. When hailed, the humans responded with a message of their own. Not in submission, but in certainty. You sent your signal to provoke. We're here to finish the conversation. The Zarathi answered with arrogance. 6 of their titanic war beasts, planetary-class cruisers that harvested stars, descended on the human fleet like predators. Each vessel outmatched a Terran ship in size, shielding, and firepower. But not in tactics. The humans didn't retreat. They didn't stall. They attacked. Captain Mira Soline of the Valor issued her order coldly. Engage everything. No survivors. Human missiles danced through enemy shields with coded precision. Railguns punched through neutron plating. Fighters deployed in silent clouds, AI-assisted and pilot-bonded. They didn't just fire, they adapted. The Zarathi were stunned. 3 cruisers went dark in the first 2 minutes of combat. The other 3 attempted to retreat, something no Zarathi vessel had done in over a millennia. They didn't make it. When the battle was over, debris floated in silence. The stars themselves seemed to flinch. Mira stared at the smoldering horizon and muttered, "Was that your test?" Back on Zarathi Prime, silence fell in the Great Conclave for the first time in living memory. They weren't supposed to understand the signal, one elder rasped. They understood, another replied gravely. And they weren't afraid. The Overmind pulsed one final time. We awaken something that doesn't fear us. We must adapt, or be erased.